Actually, daydreaming is the side effect if the subtle body enters into the physical body. But subtle body means dreaming, night dreaming. Night dreaming is the main subtle body. If it enters into the physical body, daydreaming comes as an effect. I am asking about night dreaming. All right. Let's go to Aditi. Aditi started experiencing the dream. Okay. Stuff means when these kids use the word stuff means that much only I know. That kind of stuff, Swamiji, that's all. It means more than that there is no words. Alright, let us go to Manisha. Tell me why dreams are coming. Okay. Some more understanding. We will go to number 6. Yes. Can you pronounce your name? Jackie. Okay. That's right. Cynthia. I think you are dreaming. Tell me about what you are dreaming, that's all. What is dream? Night dreaming, not daydreaming, night dreaming. How it comes? Any of your idea about dream? How it comes, why it comes, what it is?
That it's uncontrolled thoughts going through your mind.
Then?
Imaginings of, it's all these jumble of thoughts that are forming things.
Okay. Swarnapuri.
Something subconsciously you're thinking of.
Sunita. Where is Sunita?
Dreams are impression of unconscious mind.
Something from Hari? Hari wants to tell something?
Oh,
Your hands are raised.
dreams to me is almost a carry forward of your conscious state when you heard things that carried on into the dreams majority of the time. But a lot of times, sometimes I also think dreams are kind of guiding you or giving you a very important message if you want to understand.
I told you that whenever you receive messages, it is a vision. If you can remember in 4 color, it's a message for you. It's a vision for you. If you remember by 2 color, it is a dream.
What is 4 color?
When you get up, morning when you get up, and try to remember the dream, what you saw. If you remember vividly, including the colors, if you, for example, if you have seen the wall, are you able to remember the paint color? If you see a person, are you able to remember the dress color? If you have seen some animal, are you able to remember the color of the animal? If you are able to remember all those things, then be very clear it is not from subconscious, it is from superconscious. Because anything from subconscious is 2 color. And one more thing you need to understand, animals cannot recognize color except this color. Animals cannot recognize except this color. That's why in bullfight they put these red clothes. This is the only color they can recognize. All other things they can see only as a black and white. When you are in unconscious also, you can recognize only this color. No other color you can recognize. But if you recognize only this color, don't think you are having vision. If you can recognize all the 4 colors, all the different colors, then be sure it's a vision. If you are not able to recognize 4 colors, never bother about the dream. That dream is no value. It has no value in your life. Now, what is exactly dreams? I am talking about the dreams which are 2 colors, not 4 colors. Tell me about the 2 color dreams. So you saw in the 4 color. Then it has no value. Then it has no value. What I am telling, tell me why and what is your idea, insight about the dreams?
Is there a continuation of the inner chattering of the mind?
Okay, that's a wonderful insight. Then something from
Sometimes your happiness or even sorrow or something comes as a dream.
that also comes.
That always
Whatever you bother in the daytime, that also jumps on you in the night time. That's one more thing. No. 2 color divine means just a memory. It is nothing solid. Whenever divine or any vision appears, it always comes as a 4 color. You will remember vividly. They will be in black and white. It can never be. Because I have, as deeply as possible, I have analyzed the dreams. And not only that, when a person becomes enlightened, he never gets dreams. I have no dreams. Even the people who did research in Oklahoma, they were shocked to see that there is no random movement in the eyeballs continuously. The doctors first said, person cannot be alive without dreams only. I said, if you want, you can do whatever experiment you want on me, but I am not getting dreams at least for last 4 years. The moment I became enlightened, from 2000 January 1st till today, no dreams. Totally no dreams. I said, you do whatever experiment you can. If you have any machineries, I invite, you are welcome, but I don't have dreams. Then when they were doing the experiments, they were shocked. How can mind be so silent? How can mind be so calm? I tell you from my own authority, because I have crashed the dreams, I know the whole infrastructure of dreams. If it is black and white, then somewhere it clicks. Maybe it has worked out by clicking, not as an intuition. See, sometimes you get 10 thoughts. If one works out, you think, oh, that day itself I thought. You don't bother about all the 9 which did not work out. You understand? You think all the 10 possibility, and some one possibility has to work out. So naturally, what do you think? Yes, that day itself I know. You imagine all the 10 possibility, and if one works out, you connect that with that which worked out, and you say, oh, I had the dream. No. You should understand, all the other possibilities also your thought. All the other possibilities also your design. So if you look at from this view, you connect it and see. Only if it is a clear memory, vivid memory. Let me explain. Because this needs a lot of insight. This waking, if you can actually analyze and understand this dream body, you will be liberated so much from so many kinds of problems. There is a beautiful sutra. The world is made of the same stuff in which dreams are made. If you understand, the moment you understand the dream, the reality is dream, you will get the power to make your dreams into reality. Understand? The moment you realize the reality is dream, you will get the power to make your dreams into reality. Because these two, where they meet, there is the source of energy. These two guys, this waking and the dream, where they meet, that is the source of energy. If we can analyze this one and understand, you will very clearly understand why you are facing failures and why you are facing success. You will be so clear about your failures and success. You will never bother, you will never be touched, because you will know. Generally, we only play both games, man. You create reasons for your failures and you create reasons for your success. And which is more, that wins. Finally you think, oh, I have failed. But the reasons for failure also is created by you. The problem is you create it in the other subconscious state, the dream state. So you do not know you did it. Most of the time, you invite disease. And not only we invite, we send email, telegram, and telephone call, leave voicemail message. And finally, even if he doesn't want to come, we send somebody and bring him. The moment he comes to our house and opens the car, the moment he enters into our house, we say, no, I have not invited you. I thought somebody else will come. You are here. And I thought somebody else is going to come. But suddenly I thought that Jackie is going to come. But now only I am realizing that Cynthia has come. You see, after doing the whole thing, when the disease comes to your gate, then you say, no, I never expected you will come. I expected somebody else will come. We only do everything subconsciously, but we don't realize we do it. So analyzing these two states is an important thing for the success of the life. Now let me explain. See, if you get the thoughts, if you just get the flashes from the energy of the causal body, it will be just two-color dream. Same thing, if you get from the energy of the superconsciousness, the empty column, that will be a solid vision. When you remember early in the morning, if it is a solid 4-color, then it is from this empty box, the samadhi state, from Turiya, some glimpse of Turiya. If it is 2-color state, then be very clear, it is glimpse of the sleep state, causal body. It is just oscillation of causal. It is not the oscillation, it is not from the Turiya. Many people come and tell me, Swamiji, I saw this God in the dream, that God in the dream, this vision in the dream, that vision in the dream, this spiritual, this experience in the dream, that experience in the dream. I always tell them, recollect whether it is 4-color. That's the only scale. Is it 4-color? Is it very vivid? Is it experiential? Then it is true. Otherwise, don't bother, go and sleep. Go and rest. No, next day if you remember, that's enough. Third day naturally you will not have memory. Not third day, only yesterday dreams today. Actually, the dream memory will be there totally itself only 1 or 2 days. Afterwards, you cannot have it in memory. If you again and again make it very solid by remembering, it may be there. Otherwise, it can't be. The memory of the daytime itself is torturing us. If you have a little more memory after night time also, you will become mad. Anyhow, so let us analyze what is exactly dream. Dream is nothing but your suppressed desire and fear. That's all. If you want something to happen in some way and it did not happen continuously, then you dream it and feel fulfilled. For a small example, you can understand this. I was about to say that. If you are fasting for maybe, for example, for 3 days. If you are fasting for 3 days, naturally the third day night, in the dream, you will have a good feast. Any of you have experienced this? If you are fasting, you should not eat anything, not the modern kind of fasting. The modern kind of fasting is a wonderful fasting. Having 2 liter milk, a little bit of banana, and few bhaji, and telling, oh, I am fasting, Swamiji. Not that kind of fasting. A real original fasting. The ancient days, people used to do that without even drinking juice. No, water is allowed. Water is allowed without even drinking juice or milk. Just by water. If that kind of fasting means, immediately you will have a dream. Anything suppressed, naturally you will see, will come up in the dream. All the suppressions will come up in the dream. The same day, if you don't want something to happen, the desire means you want something to happen. If you don't want something to happen, you never wanted that you should fall sick before going to exam. But I have heard from many people, even after they become 40, 50, they get dreams that they are sick and exam is there. That they are sick, they are missing the exams. They have forgotten the exam. Even after 30, 40. If you don't want something to happen, some accident, and you don't want somebody to appear in front of you, you don't want somebody to know some secret of your life, you will see in the dream that as if that person came to know, and as if that person saw you, you will be meeting him, you will start experiencing everything in the dream. You will start experiencing the whole thing in the dream. Few basic understanding. Whenever you wanted something and you are not able to, whenever you do not want something, but the memory is there. See, you do not want something to happen means, again the memory is there, you are fighting with that memory, that's all. That memory which you are fighting naturally will go more deeper and deeper. It's like there is a ripple in the lake. You go by boat to silence the ripple. Can you silence? Can you silence the waves of a lake by going by boat? When you go and try to fight with the waves, you will create only more waves. Same way, if you hate or if you are afraid of something, you will be creating only more and more deeper waves, more and more complications. When you create complications, naturally you suppress the whole thing. And they come up in the dreams. They come up in the dreams. 4 major levels of desires. I want you to understand. 4 major levels of desires which continuously comes up in the dream. There is no need to control the desire. The main problem, the very word desires creates a hatred feeling in our being. We always wanted to control. Either you run behind the desire madly or you suppress the desire totally. Either you run behind or suppress. You never use the desire as energy. Desire is actually energy. The main problem in our being is a simple understanding about desire can solve the heart problem. You may think, what all the stories you are telling, Swamiji? The whole heart problem, whenever you have any problem in this region, it is nothing but too much of desire suppressing you, too much of the demands being put on you. That's all, nothing else. The things are loaded on your being beyond your capacity. And nobody else loads it. You just take it. For example, even if you don't do any physical work, if you are just sitting, if you are stressed, you will have a shoulder pain. There is no need for you to do any physical work. You are sitting, you are stressed, nothing else. You are just stressed, too much of thinking. You will have a shoulder pain. Any of you have experienced this? You will have a shoulder pain. There are few emotions, just by the very understanding itself will heal you. You don't need to do anything else. The very simple understanding. For example, the moment you understand you are dreaming, you will be out of dream. The moment you understand you are dreaming, you will be out of dream. Any of you have experienced? The moment you remember, I am dreaming, you will be thrown out of the dream. That is why in the East we have given so much of importance to knowledge. Prajnanam Brahma, we say, wisdom is God. Just knowing. There is no need to work. Working is second. Working on the dream and that, all those things are secondary. All those things are not at all. You don't even have to bother about those things. The very simple knowing will change your being. The very simple knowing. In the dream, what do you do to come out of the dream? Nothing else. Just you understand. You know it is a dream, you are out. And the same way, if you know this whole thing is a drama, you will be out. Nothing else. If you know this whole thing is just a psychodrama, simple psychodrama, you will be out. The problem is, we are afraid to know this is a psychodrama because our whole life is based on this only. The moment you understand it's a psychodrama, all your investments, all what for you ran all over the world, or what for you are running, all you are running is just to make few cars and few bungalows and to impress few people. But suddenly if God gives you intelligence, the whole thing is just psychodrama. What will happen? There is a beautiful saying by this veteran Rizal. This guy says, no, oh God, please leave my dreams unto myself. Please don't take that away. Do whatever you want. I'm not asking you to fulfill my dreams. But please don't take them away from me. It is too much. Too much to live without dreams. This guy has become later on a big atheist. Have you read any book? Bertrand Russell? This guy has wrote a book that God is dead. God is dead is declared by Nietzsche. He wrote a book, Why I am an atheist. Why I am not a believer. This guy. Anyhow, he prays, please God, don't take my dreams away from me. He says, living with the truth, living with the reality is too much. It proves that what for I am running, everything is just waste. According to him, it's a terrible fear. I tell you honestly, if you can understand the truth, if you can face the truth, you will be able to run beautifully. Because you know whether you win or lose, there is nothing to bother. You will enjoy very running itself. Only two things in the planet Earth. Either you enjoy the running and the reaching, or you don't enjoy both. That's all. Please be very clear. There are few ultimate laws. Either you enjoy the path and goal, or you don't enjoy path and goal both. There is no question of enjoying only the goal, not the path. We always think, no. When I achieve that, I will enjoy, relax. Not now. Now let me suffer. Now let me do something. Now let me put up with the situation. Now let me work. Now let me not bother anything. I will enjoy, I will achieve and then I will enjoy. Never. If you are not enjoying the very process itself, be sure you are not going to enjoy the goal. Because the path is made of the same stuff in which the goal is made. The goal is made of the same stuff in which paths are made. So whether you enjoy this and that, or you don't enjoy this and that both. So according to me, look deeply into this and understand dreams are the world, what you call as reality, what you feel as reality, what you think as reality is made of the same stuff in which dreams are made. One small story from Ramakrishna. One enlightened person is living in the householder life. And you can sit in the chair if you want. You are not comfortable? Huh? No, you are bending this. I thought. Or you can?
Maybe I will.
Yes. Or you can sit comfortably, stretching your legs out, nothing wrong. See, she is comfortable. That's what women, you see, they are very comfortable. You see, if you want to learn how to do any work as lazily as possible, you can learn from them. Any work, how to do it without moving much of the body or any other. Because they have to handle too many things now. They have to handle too many things. So small things. They know how to do the work without moving the body much comfortably.
They are expertise in moving their husband's body.
So you don't agree with that? It means get some ladies and take training. See, actually it's intelligence. One thing, not doing work only is wrong. Doing work with a maximum laziness is intelligence. Means what? You are finding techniques, method to do the things very right way without taking much struggle, without struggling much, without taking too much stress on you. It's an intelligence. I am praising you, ma. You see, only when you concentrate on some work, you will find new techniques. How can this be done with maximum laziness? How can this be done without moving the body much? Without taking much struggles. That can happen only when you concentrate. So I am in a way praising you. Don't worry.
It's not laziness. It's not laziness.
Then what other names you want to give?
How can you do it in the least amount of time or things like that? But it's not laziness.
You see, you can say it in polite, beautiful terms. All right. You can decorate with all polite, beautiful terms. But because I am that type of guy, I never move my body. I'm just sit. You can see in my room, I'll be just sitting and doing the whole thing. I'll have my books nearby. Everything will be very near. Nothing will be too long because I won't even move the body too much. Because I am like this type of person, I know you can use it better terms, but it's nothing but a laziness with intelligence. All right. This small story I was telling, one grihi, householder but enlightened person. Suddenly he lost his son. He was not weeping at all. The whole family was weeping and wailing and crying. His wife started yelling at him. You fool, you have no brain, you have no sensitivity, you have no compassion, your son is dead, you are not weeping. Then he said, of course, little difficult to feel this is practical, but it is practical. He says, of course, don't think I am not feeling, I am feeling. Don't think I am not feeling compassionate, I'm insensitive, I am feeling. But I am worrying. Yesterday night in dreams, in my dream I had 7 sons. I lost all of them when I woke up. Should I cry for them or cry for this one son? That is what I am thinking. There's one more small story in Zen Buddhism. This will give you much deeper insight. One Zen master, early morning he woke up from his bed and started weeping, started crying. All disciples gathered, "Hey, you are enlightened man, why are you weeping? What happened? You are not supposed to cry. What happened?" He said, "No, I dreamt as if I have become butterfly." They said, "What is that? It's ordinary dream. Now you are all right. You are out. Why should you weep for that?" This guy says, No. I do not know whether I dreamt I have become butterfly or that butterfly is dreaming now it has become a master. I do not know what is happening. Whether I dreamt that I have become butterfly or that butterfly is dreaming that it has become me. How to find out? Tell me, what is the scale? How to find out? Cynthia, tell me. Answer this question. Now we are going to have a good time. Tell me, now I give you a theory. I propose a hypothesis that the conversation which is happening between you and me, you attending SSP is a dream, I say. What do you see about? How can you reject? How can you fool this? How can you prove that this theory is wrong?
I can't recall.
You are really intelligent. You escaped. Anybody else? Any argument?
Because you're seeing in four colors, how can you say this is not reality?
When you see the dream, what do you say? What do you feel?
You ask that, how can you say this is not reality? Right now what's happening?
When you see a dream also, you see only in four colors. You won't remember when you come to this state. When you see it only in the four color. Then how can you say that's not reality? Then, any other argument? Yes.
Every day I wake up and I'm me, and one time I dream of a butterfly.
Now please understand. Every time you wake up, you say you are you. Okay, no, nothing wrong. You are you only. I am not telling you are not you. It is based on the time idea. Am I right? Time, lifespan of your idea, that idea. In the dream, in one dream itself, you live your whole lifespan. You understand? Many times, you are dreamed only for 8 hours. But in the dream itself, you are born, you are growing, you are grown and finished. So, how can you say, now you are having the continuity and there you don't have continuity? There you don't have continuity because you finish it. The time span, based on time span, you can't decide. Because the very time idea itself is totally different between dream and the reality. So, in the reality, what you say, this question is based on the time-space gap. Am I right? Time-space relationship. So, the time-space relationship itself is wrong. The same thing, if you are near a person who is headache for you, who continuously tortures you, with whom you don't feel happy, comfortable, even half an hour will look like a eternity, long time. Why? It is intensity of thought which makes you really feel the time. Time is not chronological, it is psychological. So when you are in the dream state, the number of thoughts is too much. The frequency of thoughts are much more higher than the frequency of your being. That is why your eye is just flooded by thoughts. Your eye, that is why I say, in that state you don't have eye. Your eye is just flooded by thoughts. The frequency of thoughts is too much. Your eye disappears. Your eye is flooded. You don't have control. Now, the dream is too much of thoughts. That is why you feel long time is happening. Here, you feel one amount of time, so time is going on. In little higher consciousness, time, you see, even if it is thousands of years, you will not feel the time has gone because the number of thoughts is less. That is why we always say, Devatas have got different calendar. For us, if it is 1000 years, for them it is only one day. For us, if it is a yuga, for them it is only one day. It is the space in which you live. There you have a different time. Which space you are living, there, that time you are enjoying. So based on the time-space concept, you cannot say this is not dream. Next question. And there is a important thing in the Vedanta. They say that by Upanishads, if you just understand the Avastatraya means the three states, you are liberated. Nothing else. You are liberated from all the pains and sufferings. If you just understand these three concepts deeply, clearly, intellectually, just intellectually. I am not telling about anything. You don't have to become enlightened. The very clear intellectual understanding about these three states will liberate you from pains and sufferings. Any other? Why you are laughing? No, actually, I know why you are not able to believe what I say. No, why you not only you must be able to believe, you must be able to really feel it. Why we are not able to feel, the understanding never goes deeper level. The understanding is never taken sincerely. That is the reason. For example, people come and tell me, Swamiji, I know smoking is wrong, but I am not able to drop. But do you say, I know touching the fire will burn me, but I am not able to stop? No. You don't say that. This you understand, but that you don't understand totally. Yeah. This you know solid way, that you don't understand it. Unless that person gets cancer, even if he gets, he justifies. Maybe this, maybe that, maybe because of that, maybe because of this, as if all the people who don't smoke, they don't get cancer or what. Some logic. You have some logic. You have some misunderstanding. That is the reason you say, I know smoking is wrong, but I am not able to drop. Means with full consciousness, you never understood. Now you understand with full consciousness. All these days, if you are not liberated, please be very clear. There are many people who come and tell me, no, Swamiji, I read enough of books about this Avastatraya. I read so many books about this Vedanta philosophy. I am not liberated. Means what? There is some gap in your understanding. If you say that, there is some gap. Now, put your whole effort to understand it clearly and have the courage to go behind this truth. You will see it will be liberated. Liberation is not such a big task as we think, These guys have made it so difficult because they want to have monopoly. Now really I tell you, these few guys want to have monopoly because of the 2-3 reasons. One is the particular community. Second thing, just to have the prestige from the society. Because of these few things, the concept of liberation has become too complicated now. Otherwise, you think the concept of liberation is too complicated. How can liberation be complicated if it is your nature? If it is not your nature, it is not worth achieving. Forget about it. If it is your nature, why should you achieve? It is your svabhava. It is just a small nut. That's what I am telling you. Enlightenment is not achieved by any big techniques, tapas, meditation. It is just a knack of understanding and living the life. That's all. Enlightenment is a simple knack of using your mind, using your understanding and intelligence in your life. That's all. This intelligence, this understanding, if it can clearly go into your being, if you can clearly analyze only one thing, only one important thing, you should spell out all your doubts. Only when you spell out all your doubts, only when you express all your doubts, it can be cleared. If you are lazy, no, who will ask all these questions? All right, the Swami says means it must be true only, let us leave it. If you are too lazy to spell out your questions, or if you are too bored, all right, who wants all these things? Leave it, Swamiji. Let us go to next subject. If you are too lazy to spell out, or too lethargic to understand, then you have a problem. If you really sincerely look into it,
Not lethargic, I think understanding power.
no, ma, there is no need to even to say understanding power. See, understanding power means whatever words I utter, have understanding of dictionary meaning. That's enough. There is no need to go for any metaphysical understanding.
That's what I'm saying.
There is, you see one thing, don't be afraid at all that there is some metaphysical meaning for my words. I am not talking in any metaphysical terms. Do you understand? You see how straight I am simply opening the things. I am cutting the things clearly. Just understand my words based on Oxford Dictionary. That is enough. Dictionary meaning, not metaphysical meaning. Dictionary meaning is more than enough to give you the intelligence. Where you are stuck, where you are not able to understand, just open up. Put me the question. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. See, somewhere if you are locked, somewhere if it is not clicking, that's why in the Vedanta they say, Upanishad means sitting with master, that's all. Nothing else. Just sit with master, express the questions and get the replies, that is enough. You are out of pain. See, 90% of our pains are not physical, they are emotional and psychological. And not only that, there's a thick layer of pain in your being. The thick layer of pain invites more pain. Unconsciously, you do such a kind of activities, you do this kind of deeds, which creates pain for you and which invites pain for others.
Swamiji, nobody invites the disease or the pain for themselves. When it's there, we recognize it and say, I have it.
One simple thing, ma. Nobody invites cancer, but if they continue to smoke, what it means?
There are some other cancers that doesn't come with the smoking. But those we don't invite them, they come to.
There are many diseases, ma. We may not directly invite. Our food habits invites. Our food habits are inviting. Our sleeping habits invite. But food habits, sleeping habits, whose habits, ma?
Those are the habits that somebody made.
That is what now I am telling. Now it is time for
Maybe
us to.
my mom fed me that and my mom made me to sleep that time.
That is what now I am telling. Now it is time to liberate ourselves and create our own setup, our own understanding for ourselves. May not be, you may think it is too late. There is nothing too late. We can surely help ourselves. Yes, some question you want to know.
In birth, what you were saying is that all suffering comes from misunderstanding.
Yes. And not only that, if you go a little more deeper, I have gone to the deep of my mind. I tell you from my own authority. Suffering itself is nothing but the word suffering. No, I don't even want to bring the word illusion. Then you will tell, no, there is no suffering. What do you say? There is no suffering, Swamiji. There is suffering for us. I am not telling that the suffering is illusion. The word suffering, if you can slowly go deep from where that word is coming, if you can just pluck that word from the root and throw it away, there will not be suffering. Let me explain to you a simple incident which I have seen in my life. I was staying in a place called Amarkantak in Madhya Pradesh with the tribals, with the tribal villages, and who doesn't know anything about humanity or anything about civilization. They do not know something like civilization exists on the planet Earth. They have never seen anything of civilization. I was living with them. When I was walking, I went to that forest and I was living with them. They are not cannibals. That's why I am here. There's a small story about the cannibals. The South African cannibals president of cannibals wrote a beautiful letter to Pope. Last time you sent 3 missionaries. They are really humble. They are really very good. They are really loving, caring, and very tasty also. So, they are not cannibals. If you can send them some more. They are not cannibals. I was staying with them. One day suddenly, they have a village temple. For the whole village, they have a temple. I was staying in the temple only. One day suddenly, in front of the temple, they made a small hut. And one lady came, pregnant lady. I could see that she will give birth to a child within 2-3 days. She came and entered the hut. After half an hour, I was just sitting there in one corner of the temple. After half an hour, she just walked out with a baby. I was shocked. No pain, no sound, no medicine, no assistant, no help. She just walked out with a baby. And she's just laughing with the baby and she walked out. She has cleaned her body and cleaned the baby's body and she walked out. I was shocked. But how to ask her? So I kept quiet. After a week or 10 days, I was staying there for some more time. Again, they made a hut. Actually, next day itself they removed this old hut. Again they made a hut. One more lady came. She gave birth to a child. Next day, in half an hour, she came out with a child. Now it is too much. I thought I should ask somebody. I asked one guy, what is this? Will they not have pain? No assistance, no help is given? Just pain. What it means? Why? I asked their president. He's little open type. I asked him, what is happening? Why she's not having any pain or no assistance? He said, why pain? Why assistant? This is the way we deliver. She goes and takes care of herself and comes back. Why animals are giving birth like this only? I was shocked. Then, after I became enlightened, I scanned the whole incident. I wanted to understand. I meditated upon that whole incident. I meditated. Actually, in the nearby area only I became enlightened. So after that, I meditated and even went back to the village just to bring that memory and understand the truth of it. Then I realized, if you are not conditioned for the word suffering, you never suffer. You never suffer. Now, then I understood that deep secret. After the age of 7, whatever words is uttered by your mom, dad, friends, you pick up all those words. When they say headache, I'm stressed out, I'm gone, keep quiet, I have a headache, I have this, I have that. You just pick up all those words and you start repeating all those words. The more you repeat those words, the more emotions, energy that word gains. More the word gains the momentum, more it has got impact on you. I was shocked. It is just a rut created by our own being. It is just a rut created by our own being. First, you pick up those words from elders. You start repeating mentally at the age of 7, unconsciously. And when you repeat naturally, you will see the effect of that words in you. When you see the effect, you start believing more that you have pain, you have suffering. More you believe, the more the word gains the momentum. The more the word gains the momentum, more suffering. More suffering, more belief, more momentum. More suffering, more belief, more momentum. The same cycle goes on, goes on, goes on. If you look little deep, that is what now they are doing in the hypnotherapy. In the hypnotherapy, they hypnotize a person and they put a burning charcoal in his hand and they say, you are not getting burned, you are having a beautiful flower in your hand. You are having rose in your hand. You are having a beautiful flower in your hand. You will be surprised. Not only the person never gets burnt. When they remove that charcoal, the rose smell is there in the hand.